maybe I should start from the beginning. Once upon a time... Just kidding. Some may know me from Elli channel, and the video Living with a Stranger was her first one, where she talks about how we started traveling together. So I put that in the description box so you can watch that. But that's just a small part on how I ended up traveling with her. So my story starts on the 23rd of February 2022 in Costa Rica. I decided to go to Costa Rica for 6 weeks because I thought that's not too short, but also not too long if I end up not liking it. Well, I did not just stay in Costa Rica, how you may know. I remember being really terrified. Like, I even thought about canceling everything because I'm an overthinker. But I really wanted to get out of my comfort zone and do that thing that scared me so much, because I knew it's gonna be amazing and I'm gonna learn so much and have so many new experiences. It's easy to doubt yourself and push your dreams back, but how long can you shove them back until they come falling out at you? What I'm saying is, I was you, I still am you, sitting on my bed watching people living their best life, traveling the world, but I was determined to make my dream reality, and I did. I think already after a week of traveling, maybe 2, I cancelled my flight back home. I'm already here. Why shouldn't I not just go? But like, I could just go to Nicaragua and I could just go to Guatemala. Traveling really teaches you to embrace a change, to be in the moment and to let go and be open for new things. For me, traveling wasn't always sunshine and rainbows and meeting awesome people. Like, sometimes I had phases where I didn't meet a lot of people, or I just didn't connect with them as good. So yeah, I sometimes had phases where I felt really lonely, even though I was traveling and around a lot of people all the time because I was staying in hostels. And it feels weird to admit, because you're basically on vacation and you're doing what other people want to do so bad, and then you're not even, like, I feel like you have to be happy the whole time. And it's super normal to have phases where you feel lonely and maybe discouraged. But then you know, like, it will get better and you will have another phase where you will have the best time of your life. For me, I definitely noticed that people make the place. Like, if you explore a place on your own, it is super fun too, and it can be really nice. But usually it is so much more fun if you can share the experience with someone else and be like, whoa, do you see that? Can you see the same thing than me? If you're still debating if you should really travel alone, or thinking about traveling with a friend or a partner, I mean, everyone has their own pros and cons list. And I have traveled with my partner after high school in Australia, and so I experienced both ways of traveling, and I'm so grateful for the experience that I had now, like traveling alone. It's just so different. And if you already travel with a friend or partner, you're like, oh, I already have a friend. So you're not going out there as actively to find new people and friends. I mean, it depends on you, obviously. And the experience also vary. Like sometimes you just skip the small talk and you just go to the deep parts or deep topics, and you form a deeper connection instantly. Because I think that's also kind of nice about traveling, that you can just sometimes have like all these deep conversations with strangers. But then other times you do talk about all that, I mean, the small talk. I'm so grateful for all the experience that I had, and I feel like I got to know myself so much better, especially because I spent so much time alone. Maybe sometimes even too much time, because I can get into my head. And I mean, just because you're traveling doesn't mean that your brain changed. But I always journal, like I always journaled my whole life basically. So I always go back to that and I write down my thoughts and feelings and all that stuff, and it really helps to sort some stuff out. And it's also really cool to look back at and like read through it, like what did I feel in that situation. You also learn to trust your intuition, and you're responsible for your stuff, your safety, and like everything. Like at the end of the day, you the person that is always there. And it can be sometimes a bit exhausting to always be like hyper aware of your surroundings and what could happen. I feel like especially as a woman, like so many people already tell you before you go on this trip that you should be careful with that and that and that and that could happen. And so it can be a little bit exhausting from times to times. But like I said, you do learn how to trust your intuition. And I'm so proud of everyone, like every solo female traveler that I met on the road and that is out there right now. Like, you're so badass. And to everyone who still wants to do that and is just a little bit scared or is waiting for the last sign, this is your sign. You should do it. And if you don't want to be alone, you will never be alone. Like, that's also a big part about traveling. If you don't want to be alone, you will not be alone. I actually did have a lot of ups and downs while traveling, especially in Costa Rica and Nicaragua. But Guatemala changed everything. But that's the story for another video. So if you want to know more about that, then you should subscribe and like this video and put the ding-a-ling-a-ling bell on so you get a notification if I post another video. That would be really cool, and I still don't really know what content I want to put out there other than traveling, obviously. And I don't even know how to put makeup on so it looks more appealing on the camera, but I guess you will be part of that journey with me. So welcome, and hope to see you soon. Oh, and you can comment below if you have any like questions, or I don't know, just want to talk. We can talk. So hopefully see you soon. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Talking to you. Is this even recording? Yep, it wasn't. No. And they have pretty birds. And turtles. I was panicking. I would probably That's the story. That's it.